Now for this next trick, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to use a mirror. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that the act you're going to see performed on this stage tonight is the only one of its kind in the entire world. I'm going to use these rifles to play that organ.
Please, quiet. Ladies and gentlemen, there's been a slight accident. Music!
And that is the truth, the whole truth.
The defense rests. Your witness.
No questions.
The defendant is excused.
Thank you.
The judge is going to have a tough time making a decision in this case.
Your Honor, there probably has never been a more unusual case presented in any court. Nor has any court heard so much testimony irrelevant and immaterial. In a deliberate attempt to arouse our sympathy, the defense has taken us backstage into the life of the Hamilton sisters, deliberately ignoring the fact that we are only here because murder has been committed. The state is not concerned with the involvement in the lives and loves of the defendant, her sister, and the murdered man. It is only concerned with one question. Did or did not Vivian Hamilton, with premeditation and in cold blood, kill the deceased Andre Fariso? The answer to that is yes, by her own admission. I therefore ask the court to bring in the only verdict possible. Guilty. Guilty of murder in the first degree. I thank you.
Your Honor, the state has built a case against Vivian Hamilton, which is punishable by law and applicable to all human beings. The prosecution demands the extreme penalty. When it comes to punishment, the law demands equality. But the fact is, the law has never considered them as equals. They have been denied marriage, children, love, and all normal human fulfillment. Do you know how the Book of Knowledge defines them? As monstrosities. Your Honor, I ask you, are they monstrosities or are they human beings? Has the law ever protected them No. But when it comes to punishment, to the destruction of their lives, the law demands the extreme penalty. Yes. Vivian Hamilton is guilty. Guilty of loving her sister better even than her own life. Should you find the defendant guilty as charged, under the statutes of this state, the death penalty would be mandatory. But if the law is to be satisfied, then the state becomes the murderer of an innocent person, Dorothy Hamilton. If you find Vivian Hamilton guilty of manslaughter, the penalty is life imprisonment. And even then, the law cannot deprive her sister Dorothy of her rightful liberty. I believe it is a fact that the law cannot take Vivian Hamilton into custody. I cannot conceive in my mind any other verdict than not guilty. The defense rests its case in the hands of the court.
State may proceed.
State rests.
Court will remain in session until a decision has been reached.
All right, I'll tell the judge. Court will come to order.
The defendant will rise. After 3 years on the bench, I can find no precedent that will help serve me as a guide in this case. Justice has two purposes: to protect the innocent and to punish the guilty. Were I Solomon, I might be given the supreme wisdom to do justice. But as it is, I cannot pass sentence on an innocent person and deprive her of her liberty and her life. Therefore, a higher court than mine must impose final judgment.
You have just listened to the tragic story of the Hamilton sisters. Do you still think that your problems are as great as theirs? And yet they learn to live in harmony? We all have problems. And I must confess that I too have a problem. Perhaps you can help me. The defense has chosen to place the entire responsibility of this case on my conscience. Had the defense chosen trial by jury, any one of you might have been selected to share this burden. And I wonder, if you were the jury, what would your verdict be? Please help me. Let me know. Help me solve my greatest problem.